Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is the day 2 of the beginner friendly Dot Mandala series. Today again we are going to work on 4 inches mandala and we are going to use some techniques from yesterday and a few new ones. Let's get started with the straight swipe. Again, as we discussed yesterday in the day 1 mandala, we are going to be we are going to try and be symmetric rather than try and put our swipes closer to each other. You can always try, of course, but if you are a beginner, just try to focus more on the symmetry rather than, um, trying to put them closely together. Next up, we are going to put the dots in between. See, for the purpose of demonstration, and it looks a little bit messy in the video if I move around the paper too much. So that is why I mostly keep it straight. But for your convenience, you can do like you can move the paper around if you're practicing it on paper. You can find a comfortable angle which works for you. Next, we are going to place the dots in the center or on the lines if you prefer that. You can use the same color combination or any other color of your choice, 2 colors, 3 colors, how many ever you want. Again, this technique we had worked yesterday. I'll suggest you something if you are a beginner and you're not practicing along with me and you'll practice it later on. I would suggest just see what all techniques we are going to use in the mandala and then just practice it on the side a little bit or on a piece of paper. Try to find what works for you. Like for example, here I have put the circles closely, sorry, the dots closely. If you think when you're going to place the smaller dots, they are going to merge, what you can do is you can place them a little further apart. Okay, so with practice, you'll get to know what works for you the best. Now we are going to use the commas, or I don't know what you call it. I call them commas. See here, if your center dots are not placed at an equal distance to each other, when you put the commas, they somewhere they might merge, or at some places the distance between those two might be more, in others it might be less. So that is why it is important to try and maintain the symmetry. See these straight swipes, I feel much more comfortable usually when I do an upward strike. Okay. Here, for the demonstration purpose, I'm doing a downward one. I don't want to move the paper around so much. But again, for you, you find what works for you. If you're more comfortable doing the downward strike, you do that. If you are more comfortable doing it upward in the upward motion, you can always move the paper around as you're not filming the video, right? I hope with after yesterday's, because in the yesterday's video we had a lot of dots. I hope you're a little bit more comfortable in placing the dots. I also want to ask you guys something. Are you guys on Instagram or on any other social media? Do you post your practice, or uh, do you post anywhere what you do? If you are on Instagram, find me. The link is in my channel info, and follow me if you like my work. If not, you can always tag me in your work. I would love to see what you create, what color combinations you use, and I might be able to give you some tips if somewhere you're going wrong. Okay. And also, if you are still struggling with something, let me know in the comments. I might be able to help you with that. If not, we'll figure something out. I know as a beginner, we have a lot of questions, a lot of problems that Google doesn't answer, let's say, or even nowadays, ChatGPT is not able to answer, or if ChatGPT answers something, also, it doesn't work out for us. So, any comment by you, any problems you have, if I have faced the problem and I have found a solution, I might be able to help you with that. So don't hesitate to ask anything, even if you think it's silly, even if you think it's obvious, it's all right. We have all been there, and I'm here to help you out with that. If I have the answer, of course. I am still in my learning phase. So I also face a lot of problems which maybe you guys might be facing. And I am also still learning. So that was the purpose of starting this series, that we might be able to help each other. Maybe some problems which I am facing, I might be able to share with you guys, and you might be able to help me with them. Yesterday in the first one, I had mentioned that we are going to use the walk the dots technique, but we didn't use that. I'm sorry for that. So this is walk the dots technique. In the next video, I'll share one thing with you regarding this technique. But for today, we are going to do it just like that. When you dip your tool in the paint, try to take the same amount of paint or color, if you want to say that. Try to take the same amount every time so that the dots look the same in size approximately. You know, if there is too much of paint on that, at some places the dot might look bigger and look smaller on the other places. So we don't want that. And this thing will come with practice. You'll get to know. Sometimes it happens to me even today that sometimes the paint is thicker and it is attaching more to the tool, so my dot gets a little bigger than the other color which I'm using. So when you start doing it regularly, you'll start seeing these things, start noticing these things, and with practice, of course, we'll be able to know what works for us, how we want to do it, or how it is going to look the best. This is going to be our last layer. Again, I would like to mention, don't hesitate to ask something if you still are struggling with something. I would love to see your comments or even your criticism if you don't like something. All right? So, with this, our day 2 dot mandala is finished. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you're going to try it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow this challenge. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy dotting!